that? Brain dead black people?
Yeah,
You meet them?
yeah. They be really like really bright. Like y'all ain't even damn near on the same dimension. Like it's damn near almost that they even saw you through their peripheral because that's how much they can't see. And then when they try to engage you, they get frustrated. They think you might be being uppity, and you like, no, I'm just protecting my energy from you.
Mm,
You deep in Alice's hole,
okay.
baby. Yeah. Yeah, brain dead. You've met them. A couple of them, like talking to them.
I'm,
They
I'm a
they they
face
they
up.
they have memorized every book they ever read, but they have no original thought. They don't even know how to put what they read out of the book into their own original thought for an answer. They just give it to you word for word.
I
Brain
know.
dead.
And
Yeah.
goddess, I've been slaying them, slaying them. What you described, the brain dead people. Like, why would I want to talk to you? Girl, I swear to God, I had this conversation with somebody that I know well and considered a good friend, and I had to block her ass and like, you're done. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she was a Christian, but I looked over that because she was also a customer, a great customer. But now you just gone and showed me what the problem was that she stopped drinking, and I know exactly how this go. Like when you drank for 20 years and then you just stop cold turkey, guess what? You might stop for a month and a half or 2 months, but that whole time you're gonna be burning bridges
Right.
because you're gonna see the world from a whole new view. Now, when you drunk, you can tolerate all of that bullshit, but when you're sober, you can't tolerate that bullshit, and now you wanna tell everybody, your truth, and it's fucked up because it's like I wanted to just say, you really need to start back drinking. She need to start
You
back drinking.
sound like my
Yes, and
kids. That's what my
huh?
kids told me after I stopped drinking. They was like, Mama, start back drinking. I was like, what?
I
They was
don't go
like, you see too much. They was like, you see too much when you
back.
sober. We don't like you
Yes,
sober. Too much
yes.
shit was sliding. Once I got sober, they was like, oh
Girl,
shit.
girl, who knew that alcohol be letting all that much shit slide? But yeah,
Man.
then you get sober and then you want to put everybody in their place because you think it's your job because you're sober now. But after a while, when those bodies stack up to everybody who ditched your ass while you were sober, you got to get drunk and try to get them all back, I guess. But like you, like I hated
I
to
can't do
delete her
that.
like that, but nah, I can't do that. And why would I want
I've
to?
had a lot of
And you're
friends delete
Christian.
me though. Because like now that I'm sober, like I don't go out like I used to. So I don't go to the bars and stuff like I used to. I go out, I go to dance events and stuff like that, but the bars and stuff I try to steer clear of.
Right.
So my friends to drop because they still like to go to the bar.
Yeah. So speaking of the bar, I know, I know. I text you said I'm at the bar. I'll call you back when I get home. But check it
Right,
out.
right.
So I'm in this town where I need some fucking resources, and I'm not getting them. So I said, okay, I'm gonna have to go boots on the ground up in this motherfucker, right? And so I'm at the post office sending off some jewelry, and I notice the bar, a bar across the street, and it looked like a black chick was walking in there. So I was like, okay, a bar with niggas. So I go into the bar. Turns out she wasn't black, but she was something or other, and it was diverse, and I had to go and hang out to find everything that I wanted, like to get my resources on, like to, and then it finally clicked. It finally like met this one chick named Kat, who's a replica of my sister's best friend, personality and all. But anyway, she had all the answers. I said, "Girl, I'm looking for an apartment or a studio or something to rent." Boom, here, call this number. I'm asking, like, well, this and that, and where can I get this, and where do I do this, and she had all the motherfucking answers and shit. And so I'm
Okay,
finding my,
that's that networking.
yeah, I had to go to the bar though, but it
Hey,
wasn't bad. They had pool leagues down there, and it's really cool. They had, they serve food, and their prices is cheaper than a liquor store.
right, right,
But
right. I
I found
completely.
it took me 4 days. It took me four days to find what I needed to find so I can, get moving and find me a place. I haven't
Hey,
found a place yet, but I'm on the path. Now I've got resourceful people that I
oh,
met through the bar, not just her, but I got people telling me where to go, what the rules are, this and that, this side of town, what's bad side, the good side, and all of this shit. I may end up in South Bend, but it doesn't matter to me.
what's South Bend?
South Bend, Indiana, the next town
It's the
over
bad
from where
side.
I'm at. Hmm?
It's
It's like
considered the bad
more
side.
crime, high crime rate, and
Okay.
yeah. But I don't give a
You know
damn.
you ain't about to do that.
I prefer to be around my people because they're my customers.
Right.
They're my customer base. I've been boots on the ground selling my jewelry. I said they got to be able to see it. So I've been having to get out there. In fact, like while I've been hanging out at the bar, I sold a bartender two necklace sets. And she was
Okay.
white. She was white.
Okay.
Okay. So I have to really get out there, and I'm finding out like all this marketing and advertisement to sales and to sell jewelry or be a black business. Period. You gotta work hard, bitch. You do. You do.
Yeah.
You see the measures that I go through. Like today, I've got my shit distributed. Let me just shortcut to here. Aleister Crowley wrote the
Okay.
book Magic Without Tears to show you what magic really is, and magic really is um, getting what you want by whatever means, even if you have to recruit other people to do the work for you. Like I'll have you sell my jewelry, and you. This is what the magic is: being successful because I was able to put together the resources that it took to make what I wanted to happen, no matter what that was. And sometimes it's just recruiting other people to do it for you. And that's what I'm saying now. Like, okay, I'm not going to be able to show everybody my jewelry. So I'll select people to wear my jewelry and show it for me. So that's taking part in the sales. That's also alchemy. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. For real, for real. I was going to ask you what set that is. I don't see the necklace portion of it, but
This didn't have a this was the earrings
yeah.
pair. It
So I
didn't
sent
have
you
anything
some
else but
spare
just the
earrings.
earrings.
Yeah,
And
I
these are
sent you some
those
spare earrings to get rid of them. Get rid
these
of
are
some of
so
them.
beautiful. So the other ones when I get the vending information,
Yes.
it's on popping.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be
Okay. I
trying.
thought
I'm
I
gonna
had
be
sent you
trying
some
to.
spare earrings in there that I need to get rid of, but it's looking good.
Oh yeah, I
It's
love
definitely looking
these.
good. And
Yeah,
so that's what I'm starting to see. Like this marketing ain't what I thought it was. I'm gonna have to go the extra push and make some things happen. And that's what I see that I'm having to do. When I get out and people can lay their eyes on my jewelry, that I get way
because
more
you got the
sales.
product. You
Yeah.
got the product, baby. You got the magic touch. Your stuff is so be. That's why I say I
Hey,
can't wait.
yeah, I wish I could have sent you more because I know you be out and about, and that's what my deal is. Like I need people to be wearing my shit while they out, and it won't. I mean, it's nothing for me. I've got some distributors where I just send them like 6 or 7 sets, men, women, whatever, and then I send them the invoice to go with it, and then that they sell it for me.
Okay.
Okay. And they do. Because they go places, they're involved in communities, they belong to churches, they all kinds of things where they go and see other people and they wear their jewelry. Somebody's gonna inquire and somebody's gonna want some. And that's what I see that's happening now. So I'm gonna have to push it like that then, okay, for me to get to where I need to go, my shit gonna have to be seen.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And,
It's gonna have to be seen.
yeah. It's gonna get seen. Trust me. It's getting seen now because it's some beautiful pieces. It's some of the most beautiful pieces of work that's out there. I haven't
Okay.
seen anybody else's like that because here in Detroit, our jewelry artists like sending like bulky, big pieces of bulky crystal that I can't wear like
Hmm.
that. I like so yeah,
Right.
yeah, you do it different. The different styles, depending on where you are, is what make it so unique.
Okay. Cool. And that's what I know I gotta do now. I gotta recruit other people to help me sell my shit. That's how it's gonna be. But
Hey,
otherwise than that, I was wondering when we can get to business and flabbergast some motherfuckers with our latest
what you
shit.
gonna what you want to do, goddess? What you want to do?
I'm thinking about doing a live sometime soon at your convenience. 'Cause I don't have
Okay.
nothing lined up as far as videos.
Okay, well, like I said, I'll probably tomorrow I'll be putting in the information for the Amalek people from the Bible because it's more
I remember the Amaleks.
they
I
are more
remember the
they are
Amalek.
yep, they are more than one book of the Bible
Yeah.
that I've researched, and some of the stuff that they've done to them I can correlate to today.
Yes.
So it won't
Yes.
be that long of a live, but it'll be a nice, at least 20 minutes to a half an hour information. We could just expound on it as we go. And that's going to be in your Drunk with Blood by tomorrow.
Okay. Can we touch on the Dalai Lama
Yes,
now?
we can, because he likes touching kids. That's a problem. See, and that's why I say all these
Okay.
spiritual, they uplift these men. As a matter of fact, see,
Why
and that's why
we
I gotta go
why
ahead,
we
goddess.
let that why we let that be recorded and exposed?
Because he's a pervert. And they've been getting away with it for a while, and
Pervert,
nobody is.
but you need to be on code. You need to stay on code. Code is we don't tell them our secrets, which that's not really a secret that they all pedophiles, but why they setting the stage, they setting something up with that. Like
Yeah,
why?
that was
Come on.
nasty.
Like what are you doing with that script? What is that script designed to do?
To
You
let
know,
you
all
know that
script.
all religious leaders is about to fall. So what they have is first the Catholic Church fall. Now the Dalai Lama is falling. Watch the other religious leaders start to fall with the perversion. They already
Check
been on got
check
on
it out.
Farrakhan about his kiss in the mouth with old boy. So
Check it out.
Islam, that's Islam. I don't know what religion the Dalai Lama is, and
Check it out. Because
Catholicism.
he's not. He's one of those. He would fall like in the line just under like the Pope or something. It's one of their biggest prayer healing ass mofos, right?
Wow.
The Dalai Lama is huge, huge, huge enough where why would you have that motherfucker? That would be like the Pope coming out and lifting up his skirt, like Khalid Muhammad said. Like lift that motherfucker's skirt up, not so we can
Listen,
see his genitals, but so we can see all the shit that he's been hiding.
right. What you say? Skull and bones, babies, pull ups, diapers, baby bottles, kids, teenage girls, gold
Circumcision.
bars. Hey, Bill Gates will
Circum.
fall up from under that bitch if he lifted that
Oh my
motherfucker
God.
up.
Oh my God. And this is what I'm saying about the Dalai Lama. That the Dalai Lama ain't no just punk ass pussy ass bitch to them. So why would he go under the bus in that manner? You threw one of your most astute motherfucking teachers, masters under the bus with a script.
Because you got to know, y'all. See, this is what I've been telling you. The religious part of it ain't never been real, and everybody that's been in ever these religious sects have always been perverts.
They are.
They
But the
all, like you said, they all Jesuits. The presidents, the governors, the senators, the religious
okay,
leaders. They
yeah,
all.
listen,
So
listen.
that's all they
I
do.
could see
Go ahead.
I could see if it was a Mother Teresa or something like that. But the Dalai Lama is so up there. He's like the chosen one that people think about Christ. They choose him. They look for him to come. He's like the motherfucking the star that under the three stars that the baby. He's that whole story. Like they don't choose him. He comes. They know he's coming. He's chosen, and he don't have no say about it. You think Jesus had a say in whether he come here or not? No. So check it out. So the Dalai Lama is like the creme de la creme of those bitches,
Of
and they
those
let him
religious
go under the
sects.
bus.
They
You got,
wild.
yeah, they let the
They wild
creme
for
de la
that.
creme go under the bus
Yahsinni, Goddess,
in the
you
worst
said that.
way.
Ever since you said, well, they gonna throw Jesus under the bus. I'm like,
Yes,
and
they
now
throw their
I see
they
it. They
throw their
falling
shit.
like dominoes. The Nation of Islam. Go ahead.
They throw their shit under the bus as a statement to some people that all right, we finna bring the curtain down on this or something because you can't be you can't show the Pope uh, getting the
Talking
blood
about
clot out.
homosexuality is all right, and
Yeah,
Jesus ain't
I
coming
gotta
back.
stop now. Hey, you need to stop me right now because I was about to say it. But check it out. You can't just let the Pope go around checking on these circumcised babies in public. And you can't let the Dalai Lama go around saying, lend me your tongue. I'm done. I've shot already. I'm telling you, I have a hard time keeping this to myself, but this
Hey, I
motherfucker
giggle
here,
at every fucking thing they do. When my people ask me
girl,
questions, all I could do is giggle, and I try to break it down to them. But I say, hey, all they bots is breaking the fuck down. Because they at the age where they all get dementia, so that pineal gland fucked
That's
up is
it.
gone.
But why is she shooting the Dalai Lama under the bus? Y'all need him. They need the
No.
Dalai Lama.
Trust me, all this shit is coming into play. It's the fall of the old religious systems in with the new world order. When Sanchez did that video that science and religion just held hands and got together against us, that
Yeah,
video, hey, check that out. I'm telling you, you was right,
I
goddess.
did. I saw it. I saw it.
You saw it
I
before
saw
it, and then right after you said that, Sanchez came out. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And now what I'm seeing, what these perverts is straight up doing. Did you see my video I did of transgenders on Facebook?
it. Did you do it yesterday? I
Nah, I
haven't
did
looked at it
about,
yet. I saw the one you did where the trannies was getting after you.
yeah, yeah, that's the
Or you had
one.
to address some trannies or something.
Yeah, because they got cognitive dissonance, and I wanted to help them understand where we coming from when we say y'all ain't what y'all think y'all are. So
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Right. I
that
like
video.
how you handled that. I like how you handled that. But I
Well,
did
you
see you
got
had
to
another
realize
video.
that you're not, once you transition, you're not no longer going for homosexual men. Homosexual men are attracted to homosexual men. That mean they attracted to men that look like men, right? If
Yeah.
you are transgender and you transgender into a woman, how a homosexual man supposed to know you what he want? Because you no longer look like his preference. You look
Because
like
he's
the
honest.
opposite of his preference, which is me, a woman. So now
Because
instead of attracting the homosexual man, which you claim you are, you're now attracting heterosexual men, which is the problem because this heterosexual man don't want a homosexual man. And you could call yourself woman all you want to, but we all know you can't have a baby, you can't breastfeed, you can't do none of that. So that's what that video was about. Let's get it right that the ideology is that y'all are mentally fucking with heterosexual men and women, and y'all want us to accept something that ain't normal. Well, that's
yeah,
normal for y'all, but definitely nothing we want to be participating
yeah.
in.
Like you want to just bust in the girls' locker room.
Yeah, and that's why I said, how am I supposed to accept? How can I accept a transgender male that ain't never been in a room with a bunch of naked women? Women be freaking out when these beings be around. Like, what the fuck was wrong with them? First of all, it's a man. Second of all, I ain't never been in a room with a room full of women. This is like a fantasy for him, even if he claim he ain't trying to get none. My point is that's not normal behavior. And once you start going after the opposite of the beings that you claim that you love and want, you're breaking natural law. Period. You're either homosexual and you want a homosexual man, or you're a homosexual man that's willing to break natural law and go after heterosexual men who might flip out, who might become emotionally unstable and then therefore physically violent because you are not what you really presented yourself to be.
Right.
Cognitive dissonance, and you want us to participate in your cognitive dissonance.
Yeah. So they used to lock these people up or keep them in mental institution or make like they're depressed or psychotic or schizophrenic or some other problem. And now it's like, oh, okay, they're normal. They get to be out here. And so that's all cool because if you notice, like the same thing Barack Obama did to open the door for the LBGTQ community.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Donald Trump did it for the consciousness community, whether you know it or not. Him and
Okay.
his conspiracy theorist ass was the one who brought all the other conspiracy theorists out the woodwork, which then it turned out to be a shitload of us, you know.
Right.
Um, there really is all kinds of people in this world, and only when your view of the world has been limited then you can't tolerate um, when you hear or see all of these other things that were abominable in the Bible. Now there's just fucking normal. Okay, there's no
Right.
abomination against homosexuals anymore. All the shit that was abominable by Yahweh, and then you go and you read Yahweh, or you go and you find out. I'm gonna record. We should be shocked by nothing.
And my
Yeah,
back.
I'm saying we should.
Sorry about that.
No problem. What I was trying to explain is that we really even shouldn't be shocked by what. Like at one point, a whole bunch of Asians showed up. It was called the Asian invasion, and we don't know what happened, but it turns out that they lost that war. They lost they lost the Vietnam War, and what the United States did was went and got like Hmongs and Laotians to fight against the Vietnamese in a war. And then when the United States had to pull out, those Asians had to have some place to go. And guess what? They moved them over here. Nobody knows that that's what happened. Or that's how all them bitches showed up. But that's how they showed up. Because you can't stay in a place where you agreed to fight against your cousins and then you lost. Now you have no land to go back to. So you got to
Yep, they
come
had
here.
to move them all over here.
Yeah, yeah, that's what people don't understand how them Asians got here. It's because we lost the Vietnamese War, which nobody likes to talk about because we so bad. We the United States, we winners, we winners. Now we can go back and look at the Trail of Tears and see that no, you don't win all your wars. You don't.
Right.
Something else has been going
Not
on.
just that,
Lie.
Vietnam is one of the few countries
Yeah.
that's got the biggest lawsuit against the United States for using that Agent Orange.
Yes. Yeah. So it's the same thing. There's a lot of people trapped by the law or the legalese and the hatred, the racism, and just the fact that when people are different, they get ridiculed. And so the law has been, little by little. Who knew that when Obama um, passed the laws that he passed, that 3/4 of the world was going to end up being gay? Shit.
Wow.
Who knew that many people was gay and in the closet and hiding?
But I don't
And they
even think
had to
that's
be.
true. I think they mostly curious. Because let me tell you something about children. A lot of times that's not who they are until that thought is introduced to them. That's why man is a sin. Because man introduces the sin to you through visual, oral, and physical AI, holographic, and all other type of mechanisms
Hmm.
to induce this into our children. So you got to understand, like, so I'm 50 years old. Back in the day, it was a comedy show. But anyway, it was a rich family. It was a comedy show. It was a rich family, and one of the sons was gay, and one of them was a ventriloquist. They were already pushing it. So I was born in '72. They were pushing that agenda on TV in the late '60s and '70s. So imagine what this does to the mind of a child when this agenda that you've never seen before within your community, through none of your family members, through none of your friends, through none
Hmm.
of the because in your community they would never display that outwardly, so you've never seen it until you see it on fucking TV, that AI.
Hmm.
So now we have the curious. LGBTQ,
Mm-hmm.
because an AI is introducing these sinful images into the mind of the child, into the mind of the man, into the
Right.
mind of the woman. So
Yeah.
we have a habit of listening to the oppressor. And one of the oppressor's favorite line is always teach the child or teach the future generations about the past so that they won't repeat it. Bullshit, because they been keep repeating this shit. It's time to get off of their frequency and start teaching them differently. Because
Yeah.
obviously teaching them about the sinful ways of the past, they still go out and do it. So
And,
obviously that type of education and mentality is only working for the destruction of our people. It hasn't worked
mm-hmm.
towards our benefit. So we have to wrap our minds around when they say teach this way or do these with these phrases. Why are they teaching these phrases? And have they really benefited us when we practice them?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. And until recently, we didn't even know that the whole past was just a big old lie. Turns
Right,
out, like all of it, the whole past is a lie.
right. And
Mm.
that's what I'm trying to convey to my people. Can we as a people move forward without the full past picture of the past? Because that's what the Almaleks were going through in the Bible. Our whole history has been undone. There is no finding out who we are. We have to go from where
Mm.
we are. You'll be looking through the past for who we are for forever, and that's a waste of time. What will the future generations have if all we could do is study the fucking past, but we too afraid to make a future for ourselves? We can't manifest the future without knowing exactly who we were, without knowing exactly the name and all. Come on, people. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And even though now we can see, um, we can pretty much see what it is, like how they did it, who they are, because everybody's doing their part to discover whatever their research led them to. And so now we got a pretty big picture of what's been happening with us. We know what the Jews have been doing. We know how they've been orchestrating and coding all this shit and secretifying all of this shit. Like we know what they did. We know what they've been doing, how they got us here. We know the psychology involved, the MK Ultra, the militia, the threat, the fear. We know how they did everything pretty much. Pretty much we solved the puzzle. We just gotta have to figure out the part of how we flip this shit. And not that we have to figure it out, but we have to get together and just go ahead and flip this shit because that's what's gonna happen. We thought the war was over. Turns out it was never fucking over for us. Never. Yeah, we was happy. They give them a little money. That'll shut them up. Make a middle class. That'll shut them up. No, for all the atrocities that you've been doing to us and poisoning us and all the shit you've been subjecting us to and the oppression. And we know you're a Bible. We know Jesus is a fucking placebo and worse than that, a fucking agent. Like how my agent, how somebody who got my best interest at heart gonna tell me to bow down to my oppressor? And I'm happy he told me that. Like, well, thank you, Jesus. Like, yeah, just love my enemy, love my enemy.
I can do it in the
It's an
name of Jesus.
oxymoron. It's an oxymoron. It really is. And still, you know, nobody gets together and topples this beast. That's what it is, a beast. And so here we go.
Yeah, it keep cutting me. I don't know what's going on, goddess.
Yeah. Did you see? Okay, so you didn't see me on the Big Dog Philly OG show. So
No,
I
not yet.
a short summation, and as I was getting ready to dig into their ass, my whole computer just shut down. Like the power supply, like everything just shut the fuck down. And so he had to play a couple of songs or two until I can get back up and running. Like just out of the blue, it just said like the plug was pulled. You pulled the plug on me, motherfucker.
I told you, goddess. You know how they feel about you when you going live.
What more evidence do we need? They're listening.
They get you good every time, every chance they get.
Man, man. I was like, no fucking way. Whole shit just shut the fuck down. And you know, my printer ain't worked since. So I'm sort of mad. Like, damn it.
Wait a minute, we just talked about unlimited printing and vote.
We did. I cannot, girl. All the running I had to do today was to try to find somebody to print for me because my printer went out and I had an order to get out today. And so I went to CVS and them bitches couldn't help. And so my sister has a printer that I can do mobile printing and that shit didn't work. And I have to go back tomorrow to the post office and I'm gonna end up paying a double postage. Like why? Why?
Wow.
Listen, as a technician, why the fuck I can't print? That's
They
like
up
just asking a mechanic, why the fuck his car won't start?
right.
I'm
Right.
like,
They
why
changing
the
that
fuck I print this
technology.
fucking shipping label? Girl, and guess who the part that I sold is Thoth. You know, on Etsy, I've sold 4 Thoth necklaces.
Wow.
Thoth, for some reason, on Etsy, that's all I sell. And I don't even have a Thoth necklace on Etsy.
Wow.
Wait, did you hear me?
You don't even have a
Etsy,
thought necklace
Etsy,
on Etsy.
every Thoth necklace is sold through Etsy, but I don't have no Thoth necklace on Etsy for them to sell. Like, how are you getting these orders to come through you?
Is that
It's
a
all
girl?
girl. It's fucked up. Cause check it out. So I sell a Thoth necklace for $54. My Thoth necklaces are $50. And
Okay.
worth a little tax, $54, right? And then they got free shipping. So how come by the time I get my shit from Etsy, $54 is down to $38? That's how much I got.
Wow.
So yeah, it make me think like now you want me to jack my Thoth necklace up to $75 just so I can give I why does everybody need money? Everybody needs money. I mean, like they want your money. Like I would rather have I would rather have a nice customer than I would to like gyp them and have a lot of money. I'd rather
Right.
have a customer who's gonna come back and spend with me than I would to like just beat him and jack him for $75 for a Thoth necklace and shit. But it's crazy
Knowing that
how
they'll go back.
everybody just grabs and grabs and grabs at the money.
And that's what I'd be like, how do these platforms even come and take over your product? That's your product. Where do they even come from to jump on to get your product? That
I
sounds
haven't figured it out yet. But what I did with Etsy is I canceled them and I closed them down and shit Do you know? Then like another 3 months, and then it'll pop up with another order from Essie. Like, didn't I fire
Like I did
you?
not, and when they do that, write them a letter. Right, I mean, write them an affidavit saying they don't have a contract with you, and
Shit.
stop soliciting you. Cause
Why
what?
do I have to do that even?
Because they're in the right. Because they're trying to intervene on your what you call it, part of your straw man, your your
If you
business
go,
part
listen,
of your
if
straw
you go to
man.
my, if you go to my Etsy account, you would not see a thought necklace on there for sale.
Right. So that means they're honing in.
Yeah, they're
I
somehow
can't think
connected
of the
to my
name of it.
regular
It's
website and diverting those sales through them. And when I
and
saw
getting
that,
your
I
money
fired them.
and getting your money. That don't make
Yes,
nope.
yes, yes, yeah.
Nope. That's
And,
that
and
compulsion
we
middleman
always
bullshit.
we always got to be looking. I mean, you can't hire a motherfucking CPA to do your books because you gotta you gotta be checking a CPA.
So you got to be willing
You
to sit down and do the
you
work
gotta
yourself.
know you gotta know shit for your goddamn self and be on top of that, or you are going to get fucked, and that's fucked up. It's fucked up.
But it's facts. It's
It is.
facts.
And everybody, everybody and their mama is letting you know that that dollar is done bullying. Fed now,
Wow.
Fed now is going to replace Cash App.
We'll see. It's gonna take a minute. And I ain't in no hurry because I'm watching the immigrants, and the immigrants are still sending home money.
Okay.
See, you could see white people like to distract you with their media and shit. Watch what's going on in your community. They still sending home money, cash money through MoneyGram. That's
Mm,
why niggas can't buy stock, MoneyGram stock, even though Murdoch let go a whole bunch of MoneyGram, but they use them and they tied that MoneyGram to that XPR.
mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
yeah, they still sending money home.
But apparently, there's already a deal where Fed Now is replaced Cash App.
Yeah, but I
Let me
haven't
say
seen that.
let me say I don't know that. Let me say that's what I gathered from what I got so far. Let me just say that.
Okay.
Okay. But
Well, I won't be doing Fed now that I
AI
could.
is be taking over everything, everything.
Well, that's the
Wherever your
contract. And
money
if
going is
anybody
Fed
that do
Now.
the Fed now contract has no right to reparations because the fiat dollar is nothing but a promissory note for them to pay. Once you accept the digital currency, you're telling them they don't have to pay you.
Yeah.
Because when you ask for your payment, you have the right to ask for it a certain way, which could be gold, silver, land, digital currency, or other things. But when they just changing all of it to digital currency, they broke every contract they previously made, and they have no plan on paying you back because once they switch over, the fiat dollar is dead, and uh they have no reason to pay back the debt they owe because they're not going to respect the promissory note. Period. So
Yeah,
all
fair
that.
enough.
Mm-mm. But I'm watching the immigrants who still sending money home. It's only going to be a few of them that's going to jump on that CB, DC or CD, whatever that is, currency they
Hmm.
going to jump on because a few of them are, part of the system. period. Like you said, that's
Right.
their job.
Yeah, so ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN is not telling the whole picture of what's actually going on with the dollar right now. We know these bitches are crashing because last year the Pope came out and told everybody in the Vatican, the Catholic Church, and all to take their money out of their banks and put it in the Vatican bank. Now,
Right,
some people don't know that when the Pope is speaking, um, his boss is the Jesuits.
right,
And so when the Pope is speaking, you can consider that a message from the top dog.
from the highest level.
Yeah, their highest level. So those are the things to listen to. They got other people like Elon Musk and some other trick bitches who come out and put code out to their people. But all the more, well, you should be listening to them whenever they come out, because even if they ain't talking to you, they sending out code to their people.
Right.
We
So
can be
people need
close,
to understand that
you know, like
and that
all.
video we watched go ahead, Goddess, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying all this secretive ass shit ain't even secret anymore. But go ahead.
No, that video we watched, the old boy talking about the FEMA camps and stuff.
Yes.
I did a lot more research into them. I
Yeah.
still didn't find out who he was, but I found out a whole lot of stuff.
Okay. Are you gonna put it in a PowerPoint or are we gonna can
I
we know it
probably
now?
actually I wanted to talk about BRICS since we're talking about the
Yes.
dollar.
Yes.
Uh,
The BRIC, the money people, the Saudis, China, Japan, Russia.
we ain't making it clear what's really going on. Our people are giving our
Yeah.
people the wide around view and shit like that.
They said they're going to use the gold standard for money.
Right.
Yes. That I have been keeping up on. Because they stand united. They already formulated a club. They already know they're gonna do this, which is
Okay.
yeah.
Right. So the it's called CBCDs, which is the new money.
Hmm.
So we think all of this is it's crashing, blah blah blah. No, it has to fall so it can become part of BRICS, the New World Order.
Hmm.
Don't think that the United States government doesn't want to be part of the New World Order, especially if they can't win the war. See, you
Listen,
have to understand that real wars aren't always fought with guns. There's often a strategy in place. So, what the United States is going to do is make itself seem like it's separate, it's fighting these big colonial powers, but you know they are all here together, they all minding us. Go
so
ahead, guys.
yeah, check this out, Salima. Um, Washington D.C., Lloyd's of London, and the Vatican are what you call city state, city states, right? Okay, as a city state for the United States, they're the military leg of the operation. The Lloyd's of London is the banking or financial part of the operation, and the Pope or the Vatican is the real religious section of the site. So those three things are a trinity within themselves, a trinity within themselves. Washington, D.C., Lloyd's of London, and the Vatican are three city states. As city states, they all have their function. So the United States is only the militia. So the dollar ain't even really their concern. So by acting like the West is losing their dollar, like so what? We're the military. Lloyd's of London, who owns the money in the banks, is what's going on now, and they're not losing. Okay, so we should stop trying to act like the fall of America is about money because America itself ain't about money. It's about military. We the military leg.
Well, this is the thing. There is no fall of the United States.
Right.
It's changing hands now, going to BRICS. They're trying to play like I was saying, like they're this great military and they're fighting off these other nations. But no, that's why they're going to let their dollar fall and give you all this excitement. Because really, we already know how many years have we already known about the New World Order coming. So you think the United States wasn't going to be part of that? Come on. Let
The
them
new,
fall and become a part of BRICS because this is the shit our people go through. They have to keep getting their ass kicked by these psychopaths before they understand. Listen, ain't none of this shit got to do with us. We got to get up and get it together. So understand that the CBCDs is the break of the promise of the promissory note of the fiat dollar. That means you ain't getting paid no reparations. First of all, you ain't getting no reparations because the war is still ongoing. They ain't got no business here. Second, the CBCDs and this soap opera that's leading up to the CBCDs is just it's just a soap opera, just like I said, so that they can become a part of BRICS. They're already a part of BRICS. This is just the show in the front. You see what I'm saying? Because
right.
if they weren't really going to become a part of BRICS, part of their cryptocurrency, why would they change over to cryptocurrency? What they fiat? And I don't want to hear about the oil and all this shit they did, blah, 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 blah. They got every excuse. That dollar doing just fine because, like I said, the immigrants is still sending it over home. The Cubans, the Africans, the Ethiopians, the Ghanaians, whoever here in the United States came over here to make that money. What they doing with that money? They sending it back to where they fucking came from.
Yeah, damn right.
Period.
Damn right.
So you got to think about it. And why are they going to be part of BRICS? Because as a part of BRICS, they can go deeper into the mining because now they want to what? Get that ocean mining. They didn't already hit the top surface. So now they want to get the ocean.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
baby.
So right now, all they doing with these CDs and bricks and all of that, it's just corporations changing hands. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. New names of corporations. They giving it new names like they always do. That's
Right.
all it is. Corporations changing hands so they can work together and get these minerals and fulfill their contracts. Old corporations are going out that couldn't fulfill the contracts. The new corporations is stepping in and say, we got it.
Yep.
Okay. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to United Nations, read the Convention on United Nations on biological diversity. And I'm telling you, everything they talk about is all about those whatchamacallit tests, genetic tests, all these experimentations. Don't play with me.
Mm.
Do not play with me. Yeah. So that's
Wow.
all it is. I just wanted to go over that. The United States already a part of BRICS. Don't think that. Listen,
Right.
I read a book about war that was frightening. That no real, it ain't never been no real war. What they do is that the war has already been won, and then they put on this soap opera to make you think that it's all this friction and get you, and keep you emotionally tied to the soap opera so that they can get all the energy they need to continue the soap opera until they give you the real shit that's really going on. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're a part of BRICS, the China socialism system on WeChat, talking about, oh, I don't like her. She only got a star today because her dress didn't match, and now you can't get a
Right.
mortgage to your house and shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. It's already said and done.
Right.
The goddess is speaking to you now. All this shit is said and done. It's just a soap opera to make you think that that's it's the friction. It's the friction that the beast uses. Like I said, who gives a fuck if that Cheeto ever go to jail? Nobody. He ain't even in court. If he was really in court, where the fucking cameras at? It ain't, cause he is fucking cartoon. He a fucking cartoon character getting cartoon drawn every day in court. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. People wake the fuck up.
And
Man.
Salima, you know more than anybody about these judges and how fake they are and how they need to take their ass to these FEMA camps and be punished.
Yes, they do. And I can tell you right now how to get rid of any judge right now in your face. Go to yourstate.com, whatever it is, because it's Michigan.gov or Ohio.gov, whatever the fuck it is. Look up that judge. Go to the state bar. Type in that judge's name. Now, let me tell you, no judge is supposed to be sitting on the bench if they have a state bar card, period. That means they were previously a lawyer. That means once they're a lawyer, they will always be a barrister, solicitor, attorney, lawyer, etc., etc. They not supposed to be on that motherfucking bench. All you got to do is send in an affidavit saying you need to recuse yourself because not only are you currently still a lawyer, because your card is on .gov that says this is your bar, this is your lawyer's bar card that you passed the state bar. Nah, nigga, nah. No judge, and they all like that. Ain't no judge that ain't never been no lawyer sitting on the. They are Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Check it out. They be talking about Nixon took us. No, I ain't no Nixon.
Damn.
1933, they took our gold from us. Catch a motherfucking clue. They been did that early night. Nah, when they
Yeah.
closed the banks and took our gold. So no, 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 no. They be lying. I know I know their history
Okay.
for sure. Not my history. I know their history. I'm creating a legacy.
Wow. They told us how to go get the judge. Yeah. So
Yep, that's all you got to do. Any judge in your case right now, go look them up on the state bar. Any state. I bet you they got a bar card. If they got a lawyer's bar card because they passed the state bar to be a lawyer, they're not supposed to be on that bench. Go
so
to my page, Salima Ellis. It's right there. It's on my it should be on my Instagram.
I was gonna say, how can I find the information to back this up?
There's a picture right there on my Instagram. And I made a video of it. Go to my page and it's a picture of it.
Okay.
USC code, United States code, something, something, something. I'll look it up. I'll bring it back up. I just don't have it in front of me right now.
Cool, because that's some good ass information to know.
Oh hell yeah.
And that's what our problem is. We don't know anything. Like, damn, can we know something?
Yeah, this the stuff I learned studying with the Moors. Now this was the useful stuff I learned studying with the Moors
Okay.
when I first started on my journey.
So if the Moors know this already,
Mm-hmm.
ain't
Yep.
each one supposed to teach one?
But they only teach people they trying to convert to Moors. They
Really?
don't help indigenous people like that.
But they don't wanna hide any information or make information secret like the other um groups or societies.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the fuck they do. That's why they
Okay,
teaching that
so
30.
I've only had one conversation with the Moor at one time, and according to him, they don't want shit to be secret. They want shit to be known, which means that whatever troops that they got, they freely give to you.
Right. Under patriarchy.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Like the Freemasons or Masons or whatever, their knowledge is all secret and it's the boys' club and you can't tell nobody. But from what I thought of the Moors, they want you to know the truth.
Okay. I'll say they want you to
All
know
the
their
people
truth.
that I know,
They want you to know their truth.
I did his laptop and he had his whole all of his lessons, all of his more shit on there, and so I get the privilege of referring to that when I do want to know some more sad shit. But yeah, and it's got all the noble Drawley shit and all, his whole life story, the Morse Constitution and all of that, which I
Oh,
read on my channel. And so because information is information. And if
right.
I think that it's good or can be used to help you manipulate things, then I'm gonna
I
read.
Yeah, I think it's a
Not
great guy.
necessarily that I even agree with it, but maybe somebody else could use it.
No, I think it's a great guy. I think Moore's teachings are a great guide.
Okay, they are. If they're holding some truth and they're not trying to, turn it in, well, turn it into a cult where only the secret, all this secret ass shit
Mm-hmm.
is the reason for the conscious community right now. Like, let all your secrets be known,
Right.
all of them. And then we talk about how much the Vatican has hidden in his little punk ass library underground. Like, so what? You can't have more information than what's in the Akashic records.
And they don't. That's the whole point. That's why they have a written library and we don't.
Right? Or their written library is ours. They don't get it. This is why the Dalai Lama can get away with doing what he did. And then he came back and apologized. You know that, right? He
Huh?
did apologize.
He did?
Yeah, he
Well, this
made
is
a
the
point.
thing. We have to realize that that's a show also. That
Yeah,
every child that you see up there
yeah.
with those people are sacrificial children that are brought up there. You don't think those people know that those people are like that when they bring those children to them?
Do you see the ads that they've been showing for Brooke Shields lately?
Yeah, about her young life as a model and stuff, what they was
Yeah.
doing to her.
So check it out. Have you ever watched one of those movies that Brooke Shields was talking about that she
Yep,
did in?
yep. Endless love and all that other stuff.
Right. And anything if you can grab something before Endless Love, it is really
That little island movie where
yeah,
she was the stowaway.
they might as well let her start in the Jeffrey Epstein movie.
They was teaching us how to be young teenagers, how to have babies out of wedlock. Cause in both of the movies, they was doing it and nobody was married.
Yeah. And Brooke was saying how she watched some of her mother's movies and like they was just too much. They were pornographic. They was like they was child sex. I mean,
That's
listen, by the Dalai Lama coming out, getting away with saying what he said to that child, that was setting the stage and getting people ready and prepared for what's to come. Like I said, when they have to use the Dalai Lama and throw that motherfucker under the bus in this manner,
yep.
that's programming.
That's wild as fuck, ain't it?
It is.
That's wild. So my thing is that they always bring those children up knowing that they're going to behave that way.
Yep.
And that's probably why it's always a handler up there to deal with them.
Yes.
So they try not to get them to lose too much control out in public while they near their favorite toy. No pun intended, but that's how they treat our, you know.
Unintended. Right. Right. But we just got to be paying attention to what's going on in the world, the
But
whole
yeah,
world.
all of this shit about the U.S. collapse, they already part of BRICS. That's why they introduced it. CBDCs ain't nothing but BRICS.
Yep.
Look at why is the CB? Ain't BRICS BRICS BRICS?
Mm-hmm.
And now you got CBs, CDs,
Mm-hmm.
BRICS all the way.
Yep.
They ain't gonna call it that, but that's what it is. Cause they already all, like I said, we are in a mine. They are here to mine us illegally, and even though they fight each other to get those contracts, because they're all different mining companies, they will always all work together to
Mm-hmm.
make sure they keep us down.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Once they got their plan in written motion, that's they're gonna be following that shit to the T. And even
Mm-hmm.
if they don't, their backup plans, B, C, that's that's what it is. It's gonna take care of it. If
Man.
A and B don't work out, you have C, D, and E right behind that. And no
Right.
way all of that shit is gonna fail because they're all based on science. They're all based on um, MK Ultra. They're all based on psychology.
Mm.
They are.
Yes, they are. And we got to start seeing it for what it is. And a lot of people call me weird, like, how can you see this far ahead? We don't get that. And I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like
I
all the
do.
information that they put out. I just know how to put it together and see how far into the future they really taking the shit. Not just what they telling you right here in the article or in this book. You got to see it
So
further.
did you watch the latest Black Magic 363?
Which one was that?
Last night, I believe the guy who's Prana was on Prana
I don't think I got to
breathing.
see it. I just finished checking out the one that with the guy with the structured water.
Right.
That
So
was
check it out.
very,
So
very.
this is why some people might not have been enthused about last night's showing. Is because he talked about prana, what it is, and how it works, right?
He
But
talked about.
what he wasn't saying is that prana is a breathing technique that like breatharians use. And not only that, but that we're not even taught how to breathe properly. And so the guy he had on there last night talking about breathing and prana was letting me know that actually he verified some things for me, and that's why I was super attracted to the rest of the show. Listen, he verified this. Um, I'm gonna say over 10 years ago, I wrote Neil deGrasse Tyson. If you know who that is, that's
The
NASA science guy.
astronomer.
Right. That's what he say he is. I think he's just a fucking actor. But
Yeah, yeah,
anyway,
he's a good actor.
I wrote him. I told him. I said when I'm looking into the sky, sometimes I see quanta or these quanta fields or what you would call like molecule or atoms, right?
Yeah.
I explained to him everything. So he had his assistant write me back to tell me that I have an eye disease and none of that shit means anything. Let's go get my eyes checked out. Well, I'm saying no.
Wow.
I know. So check it out. So one day when I was sitting in the like Walmart parking lot with my boyfriend, I told him, I said, look at the sky for 10 minutes straight. Don't look at anything particular. Just look at it. Just look at it as light. And
Mhm.
he did. And after his like 10 seconds of looking at it, he was like, oh my God, oh my God. And he was actually frightened of it because what he saw was prana or atoms or fields of light. So this
Right.
was on Black Magic last night. Was verifying what I had wrote.
To
What's his
Neil deGrasse.
and they rejected it and told me like, nah, nah, that's not what you see. And he put the whole thing in perspective and let me know like Tim, I was right. I was seeing packets of quantum that had infinite potential that I could use at my discretion, except I didn't know what it was. But I knew that I had always been seeing it and that it was something significant and shit.
Wow.
And the only reason why I'm able to talk about it and verify it is because I told my boyfriend to look at it and he was able to see it. So I know it wasn't just me with some eye disease like Neil deGrasse said that it was. No, this ain't no eye disease, motherfucker. Our melanin and who we are causes us to do and see a lot of shit. Like the pineal gland, how they don't understand how our ours work when it's fully activated. You're not gonna understand that. How they
Right.
don't understand like the food that they eat don't have the taste and the flavor that we get. How they smell don't have the same. Like listen, we really are microscopic.
Right.
I am really seeing packets of quantum fields that I can, man, I wish I knew what to do with them when I was in, but I have no doubt that I can still go outside today and still do it. So now I'm like I've had somebody come and verify that I'm not tripping, and I love it. I love it. But you can watch that. I was thinking like, the average motherfucker probably think this is a boring, um, this is a boring shit. But he actually did like the breathing techniques and showed you some things and the mudras and all of that shit. It was like as dope as one to me because I've been waiting for verification that my eyes are
Okay.
my
Well,
eyes
that sounds interesting for sure. I'm gonna have to check it
are
out. I don't think I watched that
flash
one.
shit that I'm actually looking at microscopic units of quantum or quantum.
Right.
Like in the same way they tell you like the atom when you shoot it through a beam of light and that it splits into a wave and a particle. Now, I don't know how many people are too deep into that, but this is what we had to learn to do once you become conscious. You have to go and look at those other fields of science that you were scared to look at. You have to understand them and how they work. You can't be putting up no periodic um, table of elements without having studied some of it and knowing what it is. Okay?
Fact,
We
facts.
have to get to know
Because if you don't know what it is, how can you question what people say what it is?
yeah. Yeah, goddess. Proceed.
How can you question people, or how can you question what's even being taught to you if you don't even know what you're really learning?
Exactly. Exactly. That's why a lot of people that's listening to Kala now, he
Yeah.
he sounds real brilliant to them and shit. But I I took biology. I took microbiology. So when I'm listening to Yaki or Kala or anybody who's talking microbiology, I can understand what they're talking about.
Right.
And it's not hard to understand. And that's why I like the fact that Yaki and Kala is here because you can put it down simply to some of our brethren and sisters so we can start to know that we can't no longer now say fuck science or fuck astrology, fuck biology, fuck trigonometry, fuck. We got to stop fucking all of these scientists and we got to get with them so we can know how to use them to our advantage.
That's right. Because that's one of the reasons why we fail as a people is because we don't know how to scientifically utilize our natural resources.
That's right.
We
That's
really
right.
don't.
We don't.
Goddess, I got to get off of here. I'm sorry.
No problem. We had a good one today. It's all recorded. I'm gonna run it back.
Oh, cool. And edit it the way you like to. I love your editing. I love it when you turn it into them like little 5, 8 minute videos too. Them be hot, especially when you be on a
Right,
hot topic. I'll be like, yes, just hit them with it.
right. Yeah, I think we got some good shit here. Definitely
Okay,
gonna do
cool.
something with it. Appreciate you being able to chat with me.
Oh, that's no problem. Cause like I said, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow when I get deeper into the drunk with blood.
Peace.
All right, peace and love, goddess.